Oh, it looks like we have a troublemaker, eh? Hi, I'm Danny Knightmare, and I'm a horror addict. And tonight is Friday the 13th. Thank God for that. And last year in 2017, a movie came out of nowhere that just kind of blew everybody's minds, was Never Hike Alone. Yes, this is a fan film, but it's still better than most of the Friday the 13th sequels. I mean, I love them all, even the ones I give shit to. But this movie was just phenomenal. It is written and directed by Vincente De Sante. I think that's how you say it. Well, either way, he also plays Jason Voorhees and does a great job. This movie is mostly found footage, but not quite. It's a little bit like Behind the Mask, where it's a little half and half. It's about a guy named Kyle MacLeod. He's the star of a show called Trail Junkies, some sort of wilderness survival extreme hiking show. He films a lot of the action on his GoPros. However, it is always very important not to break the rules when you're in a horror movie. So when he comes across a sign that says no trespassing, he decides to trespass. And he finds the abandoned ruins of Camp Crystal Lake. I've had my fair share of some extreme hikes in my day, but I relate to Kyle more as a YouTuber.
Hey, what's up, Trail Junkies? This week, fuck me!
Yeah, I have that same problem, but instead of like wolves or coyotes, I'm usually dealing with neighbor dogs and garbage trucks.
Hey, what's up, Trail Junkies? This week, I want to show you a pretty handy tool that is essential to your gear list. It is a 3-piece collapsible shovel by... fuck. What was it again?
Oh yeah, I hate it when that, wait. Check my, I don't know, I had something about that. It was a really funny joke to talk about what he was going through right there, but I can't find it in my notes. Womp womp. One of the few critiques I have about this movie is when he gets to Camp Crystal Lake, yeah, it's really cool, and for the most part it looks great, except for some of that wood and some of that stuff would be a little more weathered. I mean, there'd be also animal shit all over the place inside there if that really had the windows broken out like that. It just, some of it looks a little too nice. I mean, some of it looks great. Some parts, they look well rotted and it's very believable, but then there's certain parts where it just seems like it hasn't been that long. Yeah, some parts of the camp are just a little too well preserved, but as he's wandering around and exploring, he finds these little markers that are crime scenes. I really like the noted touch when you see a noose that apparently a body was hung up there at one point. And Kyle tells his audience the urban legends and ghost stories that his older brother used to tell him about Camp Crystal Lake and the horrors that went on there.
My brother used to tell me stories about this place. Supposedly one summer, forever ago, a kid by the name of Jason Voorhees drowned in that lake.
Well, there ain't a whole lot to this movie other than he's hiking alone, he's in Camp Crystal Lake, and then Jason shows up and tries to kill his ass. He manages to escape without his supplies, and he horribly wounds his leg. So, what to do? Well, his GoPro battery is about to die, leaves a message saying, if you don't see me again, farewell, Mom and Dad. Then his plan is to go back to Camp Crystal Lake. I don't know if that was a great idea, but oh well, it would be a very short movie, I guess, if he didn't. And of course, Jason attacks him again. I just want to say there's really good gore in this movie, good action in general, a lot of hardcore, like pro wrestling type action. Between him and Jason, it's really fun. There's also a lot of treating wounds scenes in this movie. I guess that's to help kind of pad the runtime, but it's alright, it's interesting, and it's kind of hard to watch, but in a good way. Jason's a total badass as always, but Kyle does bring the fight to him. There's only one thing I want to tell you about the ending right now, and it's not spoiling too much by any means. It's probably just going to motivate you into seeing this movie, and that is that Tom Matthews comes back as Tommy Jarvis at the very end of this film. I won't explain a lot why he comes back, but he does, and he's my favorite Tommy Jarvis, so that is awesome.
Hey, Meganhead! Remember me, asshole?
Now, as for the rating, yeah, see it. Of course. This is free on YouTube. It's a fan-made film, but it's really good, and therefore you have to pay nothing to see it. You can watch the entire thing on YouTube. It's great. There's nothing stopping you from seeing this film, so make sure you do that. Yeah, and as for that trippy ending, I have one little complaint about it. It's like, at one point him and Jason kind of beat each other down. Neither are completely dead, obviously. There's still some movie to go on. An ambulance ex machina shows up with some paramedics. And that's my big kind of complaint about the script of this film is why? Why do these paramedics come out to the abandoned Camp Crystal Lake to find him almost mortally wounded? And I don't know if they're helpful or not. You'll have to check that ending. I don't want to tell you how exactly it ends, but yeah, I just thought it was a little convenient that they show up. But it's a good thing they do because we really need to add that body count, giving this movie 2 confirmed kills. And the only nudity in this film is seen off of an old Playboy that Kyle finds. It's a short film and it's really simple, but the acting is great, the story is great, the action's great, Jason kicks ass, Tommy kicks ass. Go check out this film and enjoy your Friday. Cut!
Yeah.